What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be comparing two of the pre-built boards that we reviewed in the past so that we can see which one is going to be the right board for you. In this video we will be comparing the Beastboard Viper belt drive electric skateboard to the AE board Hornet belt drive electric skateboard. Both of these boards retail for between $500 and $600, putting them in the mid-range budget board category. They are very similar to one another, which is why we are making this video so that you can see the differences between the two. So let's get into the video. Before getting into the comparison, I'll first go over all of the main components in each of these boards just as a refresher for those of you guys that may not have watched those videos. First, starting with the AE board Hornet belt drive electric skateboard. This electric skateboard's base model retails for $559.99 and includes a 12S3P20R battery. You can upgrade to a 30Q in the same configuration for $749.99. In this video, we will be comparing the 20R version. Here are the other specs. I'm just going to rattle them straight off of their website. The deck is 38 inches long and at 9.5 inches wide. It is 1 layer of bamboo and 7 layers of Canadian maple. As for the specs, the advertised top speed is 26 miles per hour, the range 10 to 20 miles, and the hill climbing 35%. Additionally, the weight of the board is 16.3 pounds, the maximum rider weight is 330 pounds. For the electronics, there are two 800-watt motors, and like I said, we have the 12S3P20R pack, which is 259.2 watt-hours. The wheels are interesting and a little bit different. They are 105mm by 56mm wheels. They have kind of holes that make them look like a sponge, and they also have a hubcap that covers the locking nut onto the truck. The deck also has a built-in handle for easy carrying, which is one of my favorite features of the board. Next we have the Beastboard Viper electric skateboard, and this is a $599 electric skateboard that is normally for sale for $899. The deck is very similar to that of the AE board. It is 38 inches long by 9.5 inches wide, 7 layers of Canadian maple and 1 layer of bamboo. The maximum load is also 330 pounds. The main difference is the fact that the Beastboard does not have a handle in the deck. As for the advertised specs, the top speed is 28.5 miles per hour, the range is 22 to 28.5 miles, and the hill climbing rating is up to 30%. The battery on the Beastboard comes with a 12S 4P battery that is 432 watt-hours, so it is a massive battery. The wheels are also unique and one of my personal favorites. They are the wind wheels, which are 110 by 60 millimeters. Finally, the motors are dual 750 watt motors. Now that we've gone over the specs of each of the boards, here is a direct comparison between the two of them, just component-wise and looks-wise. The decks are basically the exact same size and shape minus that handle. They're both 38 by 9.5 inches. Both also have the exact same flex. They're both 7 layers maple and 1 layer of bamboo. The drivetrains of the two boards are also identical. They use the exact same trucks, motor mounts, belt covers, belts. The only thing that might be a little bit different is the motors. The AE board says that they are 800 watts, whereas the Beastboard website says that they are 750 watts. However, they are basically the exact same drivetrains. The bottoms of the deck are also very similar. They both have split enclosure setups. The Beastboard does have a larger enclosure, and that's because there is a 12S4P as opposed to the 12S3P battery in the AE board. So the Beastboard does have a larger battery. I personally think that the contours of the enclosures on the Beastboard are a little bit nicer than those on the AE board. They just feel nicer and look nicer to me, but that's just a subjective opinion. The wheels are another huge difference between the two boards. As you can see, the Beastboard wheels are much wider than those on the AE board. They're also around 5 millimeters larger. The wind wheels are far superior wheels to those on the AE board, not just aesthetically, but also just ride feeling wise. Those on the AE board aren't terrible, but the wind wheels are actually pretty good, so those are much better in my opinion. Finally, we have the two remotes, and they are identical to one another. They probably use the same or very similar Hobbywing ESC because they have the exact same remote. They are literally carbon copies. They are indistinguishable from one another, and I actually get them confused sometimes, so I had to label the two so I know which one belongs to which board. It's a solid remote. It has a nice finish to it. and all of the features included are also good, so I do actually quite like this remote. Now we are going to do some comparison tests between the two boards. We will do a hill climbing side-by-side test, a sprint side-by-side test to show the acceleration, and then also a top speed test to show the difference in top speed between the two boards. So the first test that we have up is the hill climbing test. Now both of these boards have decent hill climbing abilities. They're never going to be as good as a premium board, but for a $600 board, they are excellent. For this test, both riders were 145 pounds, started just at the base of the hill, and accelerated at full throttle on the highest speed mode. As you can see from this test, the Beast board took off faster than the AE board and continued to climb at a faster rate. We switched riders to make sure that it wasn't just a slight difference in weight that could have caused this, but the Beast board once again obliterated the AE board in this hill climbing test. We ran this test 5 times, and every single time the Beast board came out on top. So it is by far the better board if you're looking for hill climbing. It just has a little bit more power, probably due to the larger battery. Next we have the acceleration test, which is just the same thing except on flat ground, and once again the Beast board beat the AE board every single time. Swapping riders, no matter what the case was, the Beast board came out on top. It just has a slightly better acceleration. It's very subtle on flat ground, but it is a little bit better than that of the AE board. Next, we have the speed test, and I will start by saying that both of these boards do go as fast as their advertised speeds are, and the AE board actually does go a little bit faster. The Beast board goes basically exactly 46 kilometers an hour, while I have gotten the AE board up to 42 kilometers an hour, which is 2 kilometers an hour faster than their advertised top speed. To show the difference in these two speeds, we're just going to be riding the AE board and then passing it on the Beast board. The AE board will be at its top speed, and then the Beast board will accelerate to its top speed just to show the difference. And as you can see right here, just those couple kilometers an hour, that a little bit extra top speed does make a little bit of a difference when riding. Here's the AE board topped out right around 42-43 kilometers an hour, and the Beast board full throttled just passes it. So the Beast board is the faster board if you're looking for a board with more top speed. The next important test is a comfort test. The wheels on these two boards are very different from one another, which yield a very different ride feeling, so we're just going to be riding the 2 over a crack in slow-mo to show you guys the difference between the two. The AE board's wheels are quite a bit harder than those on the Beast board, which jolt riders on any sort of bump or crack you go over, whereas the Beast boards are very smooth, going over any sort of cracks very easily. They're both pretty good because they're big, but I do think that the Beast board has an edge up here because the wind wheels are very good and smooth wheels. The last comparison between the two that we have for you guys is range, and the range on the Beast board is much better than that of the AE board. The capacity of the battery on the Beast board is 432 watt hours compared to that of the AE board, which is only 259.2. So you can expect to get significantly more range out of the Beast board at any point. Evidently range is going to differ, but we find that we get right around 12 miles on the AE board and 20 miles on the Beast board. That concludes all of the comparison tests that we have between the AE board and the Beast board. As you can see, the Beast board beats the AE board in every single category. The top speed is higher, the acceleration and hill climbing is better, the range is superior, and the ride feeling is better in my opinion. The Beast board is definitely the best value and deal of an electric skateboard right now. It is $300 off of its normal price. It normally retails for $899.99 and it's only $599.99 right now, which is probably why it can boast such good specs at the same price point as the AE board. Once it reaches that price point, it'll be a different story, but for now, I definitely think the Beast board is the better option of an electric skateboard. This being said, there still are some legitimate arguments as to why you would choose the AE board over the Beast board at this moment. For starters, if you're looking for a board that's more portable, the AE board is going to be a much better commuter board for you. That handle makes a world's difference when transporting it, and the smaller battery is much more compact than that on the Beast board. The 12S4P is very heavy, and even though the 3P is just 12 cells less, it is a significant difference that makes the AE board much more portable. Although it's not as aesthetically pleasing to have a handle in the deck, it is actually very convenient, and I've found myself using it a lot when riding the board and commuting. If you're a college student or just someone who plans on picking up your board a lot when you're done using it, the AE board might be the better option for you right now. Both of these boards are solid options if you're looking for an electric skateboard under $600. Like I said, the Beast board is clearly the better board in every single department, but there are some advantages to the AE board. The links to both of these boards will be in the description below if you're interested in learning more about them. Additionally, if you have any questions about either of these boards, please make sure to ask them in the comments section below. If you've enjoyed this video and you've made it this far, please consider liking this video. It helps us out a lot. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for lots of electric skateboard content. We've got some great videos coming up later this summer. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next video.